can't get out of my bed. Some days I'm waking up on the wrong side of my head, and I got all these eyes on me, staring at me through my screen.
So I hope you're well and having the most incredible day. As always, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys haven't noticed on my channel recently, I haven't uploaded a book haul in quite a few months, which is very unlike me. It got to the point where I was uploading book hauls multiple times a month, and I really needed to like rein it back in. As you guys know, I upload once, maybe twice on my channel now, so I can put so much more time and effort into the editing and the filming and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I have been collecting books for months to film a book haul, and they are taking up so much space on the floor. Now is time. It is time to sit down and share with you the 80 books. You heard that correctly. The 80 books I have bought. I know I have a problem, but we're just going to move past it. So without further ado, we are going to dive right in. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you grab yourselves a snack and a drink, and let's dive into the video. So I'm going to be doing this in no particular order. I have tried to pile books that are part of the same series together in a pile, but other than that, we are just going to be going rogue and we're just going to be pulling books out. I'm also not going to be going into too much detail about the books, simply because we would be here for absolutely ages. However, if I do know a rough kind of synopsis about the book, I will let you guys know. So the first book I picked up, I actually bought from Aser, and it was £5, and that is Love Me Do by Lindsay Kelk. Now I know this is a massive summer book, clearly, like it is obviously a perfect summer read. We are now in November, which means I've kind of missed the cutoff point to read this, although I probably will still read it anyway. I don't particularly know what this one is about, but I simply bought it because the cover was absolutely beautiful. I just feel like this is so, it's giving me like Hollywood vibes, so I'm just really excited to give this one a read. And again, no idea what it's about, but I'll let you guys know for sure. Then we have The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther, I think that's how you pronounce it. And this one I had on my Amazon wishlist, which is very similar to a lot of these, by the way. I have had this on my Amazon wishlist for a very long time, and I finally picked it up. And fun fact, I actually accidentally bought this twice, so I had to return one. I don't know how I did that. I mean, I clearly just didn't know what books I'd bought recently. But again, I don't particularly know what this one is about, so I am really excited to read it. I have heard mixed reviews, but again, a great summer read, so I might save it for a little bit kind of later on, but I am looking forward to reading it nonetheless. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, you definitely should, it's just the same as my name on here, you guys wouldn't know that I went to 66 books again fairly recently. I say fairly recently, I think it was October, right at the start of October, and I picked up this book. This is Before I Do by Sophie Cousins. I think I have seen this in the works before, but I literally just picked it up because the cover was absolutely adorable. It looked like a really good book. It's giving me kind of about to get married, maybe high school crush comes back sort of vibe. I don't really know, but again, I literally picked it up because the cover looked cute, and when you have a book that's like £2, you can't really say no. Another book I picked up from 66 Books, again, is another book that I had on my Amazon wishlist for months. If you guys haven't seen my Amazon wishlist, by the way, I am so incredibly proud of it. It is 18,000 miles long, but anyway, this book had been on there for ages. This is the More Than Words by Mia Sheridan. I have heard some really, really good things about this author. I have not read a single book by them though. It's not an overly long book. I don't even think it's 300 pages. It is 320 pages, something like that, so not very long. And I spotted this in 66 Books and was like, you are coming home with me, because it's been on my wishlist for so long, so I got it for £2. Bargain. The next book is more of a recent release, and that is The Long Game by Elena Armas. I have recently read The American Roommate Experiment, and I had this on my wish list and I saw it, picked it up. There's no real explanation. It was a new release, I got excited and I picked it up, so that is that one. I would be completely lying to you guys if I told you I did not pick this book up simply for the cover, because when you guys see this cover, honestly, how beautiful is that cover? I don't know what this one is about. I'm assuming it is a romance, and that is the kind of vibe, but the cover was just so beautiful. I literally just picked it up when I was in Waterstones because it just looked stunning. So there is, again, no rhyme or reason for this. That is what you're going to find with a lot of these. It was kind of a, I saw it, I wanted it, I picked it up and I bought it kind of vibe, but that is what this one is. This is by Jessica Joyce and it's called You With a View. I realised I didn't actually tell you what it was, but I am just very excited about this one. Again, I don't know whether this one is more of a summer read or not, but the flop on it, Stunning. The next book is, again, another book that was on my Amazon wishlist for a very long time. Sometimes when I feel like I want to treat myself to a couple books, I go to the bottom of my wish list and pick a few that I've had there for like a really long time. And Lotus by Jennifer Hartman was on there for a very long time, and I just thought, you know what, it is about time I pick this one up. I absolutely love the matte cover. Again, do I know what this is about? No. A lot of the times with books, I'll see a quote on Instagram or I'll watch a haul on YouTube or something like that, and that kind of makes me buy books. So basically it's all your guys' fault that I'm buying all these books. But yeah, I picked this one up. I'm very excited about it. The cover is stunning, and I got this one from Waterstones. I think it was recently released with Bloom Books. So yeah, if you guys haven't read this, definitely pick it up, and maybe we could read it together. But the flop, again, beautiful. Next, we have a brand new author for me. This is Runaway Love by Melanie Harlow. I have actually got quite a few Melanie Harlow books on my Amazon wish list, but I just haven't got to buying them. I think it's mainly because they're kind of series. There's like 5 or 6 books in each one, so I will eventually get them, but just not quite yet. This one, again, I got from Waterstones. A wonderful flop on it. This one, I believe, I'm just gonna quickly scan it. It seems to be like a single dad nanny romance, which I am really, really excited to try. I've never tried that before, and I have got The Nanny, which I still need to read. So I'm really excited to give this one a go as well. The next book is by an author, which I believe there are a few books in this haul by this person. And again, this was one of those books that was on my wish list for a very long time. However, I have heard mixed reviews about this book, so I am excited to give it a try myself and see what it's like. But that is Ivy by Devney Perry, who is writing as Willow Nash, so that's her pen name, I guess. And again, do I have any idea what this one is about? No, but I heard some really good things about it on Instagram and that kind of thing, and it just went instantly in my basket. So I'm really, really excited to give this one a try. And I just love the matte finish of books. Like, I don't know if it's a certain publisher that does this, but I love a matte finish book. Something about it, like the flop on it, I mean, it's not the best. Oh no, it's not the best, but the matte finish, delightful. And the next book is my current read, and that is My Dark Romeo by Parker S. Huntington and L.J. Shen. Now, I had this on my wish list for ages, absolutely ages, and when me and my friend Becky did the 24-hour reading challenge, which if you haven't seen that video, make sure you do, because God, it was a challenge. I'm telling you, it was so hard. We decided to buy each other a book, and I bought her The Long Game by Elena Armas, and she picked me up My Dark Romeo, which I'm so thankful for. I am really enjoying it. It's definitely not what I thought. There's a lot of things in this book that I don't necessarily agree with. I know that sounds really silly because it's fiction, but there's things that kind of make me hate the female character a little bit, and that's for a billionaire kind of romance. I don't know if I call it a romance, but it's very odd for me to not like the female character, because sometimes I find that they're quite likable, but she is doing things that's really just questioning it. So anyway, I'm really enjoying this. Obviously, it'll be in my November reading wrap up, but I am enjoying it so far. So if you haven't read it, highly recommend. It is quite spicy though. So just a warning. The next book is part of a series, which I don't even think this book is the first one in that series. However, I spotted it in Waterstones and I instantly picked it up because I hadn't seen it in there before, and I thought, well, I'll just grab it now, and that is Pretend You're Mine by Lucy Score. Now, I recently read Maggie Moves On, and Things We Never Got Over is also mine and Kelsey's book club pick for the month, so I will be reading that soon, / would have read it by the time this goes up, hopefully. And I really, really enjoy her writing, so I had to pick this one up, and I will be buying the other two. The other two are Finally Mine and Protecting What's Mine, so I might order those at some point. I need to stop buying myself books though, because Christmas is coming. I'm really excited about this series. I don't, again, know what it's about, but I had it on my wish list for ages and I just picked it up. Basically the same as every other book in this haul. I picked it up because I wanted it and I was really excited about it. So that is that one. Then we have Right Man, Right Time by Megan Quinn. Now, I'm not actually sure if this is part of a series or not. I have got a few other Megan Quinn books in my collection, and I also have another one in this haul somewhere, and I don't know if this is part of that kind of series. The size of the book is definitely not the same, so I'm not sure if it is part of the same series or not, but I really, really enjoyed the cover. It's like a cartoon cover. I think it's so cute. And again, no idea what it's about. It was on my wish list, picked it up from Waterstones, and yeah. Oh, the pages are very white. Oh, the flop on it is good though. Look at that. Love it. Next we have Running Wild by K.A. Tucker. This again is part of a series. I have got the first book, which is, what are you called? The Simple Wild. I have that book. I have this one, which I'm not even sure which book in the series this is, but I do need to pick up the other two because I couldn't get hold of it on Waterstones, so I'm going to find them. I will purchase them and have the whole collection. I don't normally like actual human beings on the front of covers. However, you can't see her face, so I think it's all right. So yeah, love that. If you guys have been watching me for over a year now, you will know that last Christmas my mum and dad bought me the book 1 and 2 in the Kingdom of the Wicked series, and book 3 was only out in hardback for months. I don't know why publishers or authors decide to do this, but it literally just rips my heart in two. However, Waterstones finally had the Kingdom of the Feared in paperback, so I picked it up because I just refused to buy one whole series in hardback and then, or paperback, sorry, and then buy the final book in in hardback. I'm getting so confused. You guys know what I mean. Anyway, I finally picked it up. It was $9.99 and I am so excited to start this series. I am currently in the middle of 11 series and I am filming a series on my channel. Should I say series one more time? A series on my channel where I'm going to be reading all my series, if that makes sense, to like finish them off. So I'm so excited to finally get into this one. I would love to know down below, do you want to see a reading vlog of this, or what other videos would you like to see? Because I'd love to know. But yeah, finally picked this up. Very excited about it because I just could not buy the hardback. The next 4 books are part of a series, which is the 4 Horsemen series by Laura. I'm gonna butcher her name. You guys know this series by now. I think, was it Larry Reed that basically harped on and on about this series, so I just bought it. I trust her with my whole heart and I feel like I needed to read this. So we have book 1, which is Pestilence. Then we have book 2, which is War. Can we just appreciate the cover of these books? They're absolutely beautiful. Then we have Famine, absolutely stunning. And then lastly we have Death, which is this one. And I just absolutely love the covers of these books. They are so beautiful, and next to each other on your shelf they are just going to look absolutely incredible. And again, I got these from Waterstones. I'm just obsessed. Matte covers. Do I know what this is about? I believe this is just about the 4 horsemen who come to Earth and then find love or something like that. So I'm really excited about that one. A little while ago, I did a video called Authors Do My Book Haul, where I messaged authors and asked them to pick me a book to include in a haul. And I got in touch with Devney Perry and she told me to pick The Outpost, which was part of a series. So you guys know me enough by now to know that I cannot just have one book in a series. So I went out and bought the entire thing. Are we shocked? Not at all. So we have got the Clover Chapel. Honestly, the covers of these, absolutely beautiful. And again, they are matte finish. They are just perfection. We then have the Coppersmith Farmhouse, which is this one. Again, I don't actually know what the reading order is of these. We then have the Bitter Root Inn. Again, stunning. And then lastly, we have the Lucky Heart, which is this one. They're giving me like cowboy vibes. Don't know what they're about. Very excited to read them though, and I am just in love with the covers, so picked all those up. Need I say more about these? Now I know this is a 4 book series and I have actually asked for book 3 and 4 for Christmas, so fingers crossed they'll be in my Christmas haul. But yeah, this is the Natural series, book 1 and 2, both from Waterstones. I have heard nothing but incredible things about the series, to the point where I just had to jump on the bandwagon and just buy them. It's by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, who also wrote the Inheritance games. I really need to start reading the Inheritance games, but again, I am trying to hold off from reading series just while I get my series numbers down. But I'm just so excited to give this a try. I think this is about a group of people who have some sort of power and help to solve FBI cases. If that's not a bit of me, then I don't know what is. So I'm really looking forward to reading these, and they don't look overly long either, so I'm really looking forward to those. Next up, we have 4 books by Rena Kent, and I'm really trying to just basically buy all of Rena Kent's books because they just all sound incredible, and I've heard nothing but incredible things, mainly from Larry Reed. But nonetheless, I have 4 books, which is part of a series, and again, I have asked for the rest of the series for Christmas, and that is the Rena Kent Royal Elite series. I think that's what it's called. So we have got Deviant King, Steel Princess, Cruel King, and Twisted Kingdom. Now, these covers, again, absolutely stunning. They are obviously matte finish, but look at the beautiful covers. They are incredible. So we have, what was that one? Twisted Kingdom. We've got Cruel King, yeah. Again, absolutely beautiful. Steel Princess, and then Deviant King. I am a massive special edition, you know, discreet cover girly. I do not like books that have like bare-chested men on the front. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be walking around like reading my book and there'd be like a naked man on the front. It's just not a vibe. Whereas this, it's just a cute book about flowers. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely love it. So got all these from Waterstones. They were actually quite expensive, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I just couldn't justify buying the ugly covers. Sorry, the ugly covers. I shouldn't call them ugly. They're just not my cup of tea. They were $17.99 each, which is absolutely insane, especially considering one of these books isn't even 300 pages. But I just fell in love, and I could just imagine them on my bookshelf. Do you know what I mean? So who needs money for adult things? Clearly not me. So the next few books are kind of, again, part of series, but we just have like one book or two books of that series. So the first one we have is Salt Kiss by Sierra Simone. This one is going to be a trilogy, which I cannot wait for. So I'm so excited about that. And the back of this one, on literally the first sentence, says, falling in love with a husband and his wife. Torture. I am very interested to read this. I love Sierra Simone, and I think that I'm just going to absolutely love this. Again, incredible floppiness to the book. It's going to be so comfortable to read. It has literally not even 300 pages, and I'm just so excited about it. So picked this one up as well. The next book is by Tracy Wolfe, and I spotted this one in Waterstones, and I'm kind of collecting this series just as and when I find them. I'm not in a massive rush to start this series, but when I have that Twilight like itch in the back of my brain, this is the series I'm going to pick up. So this is Cherish by Tracy Wolfe, and this is part of the Crave series. I picked up Crave, I think, on my birthday back in January, and I still haven't read it yet, but I'm so excited to get into the series. It's just rather long, and I have heard very mixed reviews. It's more for me to have that kind of Twilight vibe. That is what I'm hoping to sort of get out of these books, so I'm really excited to give this one a read. And then I have heard nothing but good things about this series. So I follow a girl called Sloane on TikTok, and she is a book girly. She has a friend who they do a couple book clubs together. She's absolutely stunning, and her hair makes me want to dye my hair brown. Like, it's insane. Anyway, she goes on and on and on about this series, and I thought, right, that is it. I am picking up the first book, and I'm gonna see what it's about, and that is the Zodiac Academy, which I have heard nothing but incredible things about. They are, I mean, this isn't even that big of a book, to be honest. It's literally just over 400 pages. However, there are, I think, 8 or 9 books, and then there's a spin-off series which is also another like 8 books or something. So I'm gonna have to eventually read all of it. Do I know what this one is about? No, but I have heard this is like Harry Potter meets out. I think this is Harry Potter meets like, what do they normally say? Not Divergent, or is it The Hunger Games? I can't remember. Apparently it's meant to be amazing, and I love Harry Potter, so I'm gonna give this one a try as well. So another Megan Quinn book, we have A Long Time Coming. So I bought book 1 and 2 of this series from the Works, and I could not find this book in the Works ever. So it's probably gonna be there now that I've bought this from Waterstones. But I just wanted to complete the trilogy, and I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. 2 reasons I'm a little bit peeved. And I'm gonna be completely honest. Firstly, the cover. Like, who is that? Do you know what I mean? I don't want you, sir, on my covers. And she's just releasing discreet covers, which are absolutely beautiful, and it is going to take everything in me to not pick those up. And I will say, on my bookshelf, actually, it's going to look beautiful. Like, the actual spine of this book is lovely, so I think I'm just going to have to get over it. Anyway, bought this one, meant to be spicy, meant to be good, cannot wait to read. I then also, this is where my book obsession goes to the next level, because I do not only buy a lot of new books, I also repurchase books when the covers are cuter than the ones I have. So here I have 4 books by Christina Lauren in the new covers because they're absolutely beautiful. So I have Twice in a Blue Moon, which I don't actually own, so I'm allowing this purchase. We then have Love and Other Words, which I do have, so I've rebought it. I am going to be putting all the books that I've either repurchased or don't necessarily want anymore on my Vinted, so make sure you follow me on my Vinted. I think I link it down below, but I will be adding so many more books to that, so make sure you follow me over there. But anyway, Love and Other Words. We then have the Honey Don't list, and then we have the Soulmate Equation. So I have got a bunch of new Christina Lauren books. Just look how beautiful they are. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So the next few books are Christmas / autumnal / like Halloween vibes. I know we've passed Halloween and I haven't managed to read any of these yet, but I'll probably read them any time of year. It doesn't really bother me. So the first couple books are Christmas books. The first one is A Holly Jolly Ever After by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. I just really like Sierra Simone, and this was a Christmas book, hence why I picked it up. Also, on a similar note, A Merry Little Meet Cute by the same authors. I just really wanted to get a couple Christmas books. I have got a couple already, but I just wanted a few more options, do you know what I mean? So I think I have like 5 now, which is fab. Those are the first 2 Christmas books. Very excited to read those. Let me know if you've read them already. And then obviously I had to pick up Tessa Bailey's Wreck the Halls. This one is from The Works. I think it was £5. And again, this is a brand new release. I am very excited to give it a go. And I actually didn't know this, but one of the characters, I don't know if you can see, is called Melody. The other one is called Beat, which is weird. I understand why it's cringy because it's like music related. Like you could have just had Melody and then had like a a regular boy's name. But you know, we move. So I feel noticed. Thank you, Tessa Bailey. Very excited to read it. And now diving into the more autumnal Halloween vibes, we have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Really, again, cheesed off with myself because I paid £9 for this. And then I literally went to The Works less than a week later and it was £2.50. I could have returned it, but I didn't bother. But anyway, this is like a cozy cafe vibe. It's by Laurie Gilmore and it kind of sounded like Lorelai Gilmore, so I had to pick it up, obviously. The next book I picked up is one from 66 Books again. This one is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I loved the cover of this. I thought it was so well done and just very pretty for like a kind of Halloween spooky book. And it says on the back of here, if you liked The Haunting of Hill House, you are going to love this book. I loved The Haunting of Hill House. It was very scary. If you don't like being scared or you have nightmares very easily, please do not watch it, but it was just so good, so I'm really excited to read that one. I then have a book from Sally Thorne, and that is Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match. I'm guessing this is a woman who is like the daughter of Frankenstein, who was the guy who made the monster, and maybe she makes a boyfriend. I don't know, that is the guess I'm getting. Now tell me why I bought this when I hated The Hating Game. I don't know, but this just sounded like a book I would enjoy, so I picked this one up. Then one which I picked up from Asda was Assistant to the Villain. This one, or was it Tesco? I can't remember. It was £5 anyway. Again, I've heard really good things about this one and I just wanted to pick it up because it looked like an interesting read, something a little bit different. And then lastly, in my like Halloween mystery pile, we have My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine, which again, I've heard some really good things about. I just really love kind of classic rom-com-y vibes with a twist. I think it's so fun and different, so I'm really looking forward to giving this one a go. Next up, we have Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Have I read Icebreaker yet? No, I have not. I have heard such good things about Icebreaker, but I just haven't read it yet. I think, again, because it's going to be part of a series, I've been like holding off a little bit. But Wildfire, this one, again, I am a little bit gutted I didn't pick up the sprayed edged version from The Works, but you know, each to their own. We move on, and I'm very excited to give that one a read. And then I also, continuing a series, picked up King of Greed by Anna Huang. These are quite recent releases, so I'm very excited to give this one a read as well. I haven't actually started the... What series is this called? Does anyone actually know? What are we called? It's like the 7 Deadly Sins, isn't it? But anyway, I haven't started this yet again, but I'm really looking forward to it because I love Anna Huang's writing so much, so that is another one. Obviously, I had to pick up Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is the final book in the Chestnut Springs series. Again, have I started this series? No. I could absolutely hate it. I doubt I will, but I'm really looking forward to this one. This one is the final chapter, so I'm really looking forward to giving this one a go, and I just love the cover. Again, these covers are personally my favourite. There are quite a few different additions to her books, which I really love because not everyone's tastes are the same, but I really love these covers, so I picked that one up. Then we have You Said I Was Your Favourite by Monica Murphy. This one is part of the Lancaster Prep series. Again, it's one of those situations where she has re-released the covers, so this one matches the A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime book, but then all the rest I have just don't match. We're going to pretend like it's not a thing, but that is what I picked up. And the next 3 books are all part of a 7-book series, and I got these from The Works. I think these were part of they weren't a 3 for 6. I think they might have been £3 or £5 each or something. These are by Chloe Leese, and this is Only When It's Us, which is this one. We then have Always Only You, which is this one, and Ever After Always, which is this one. Now these are part of a 7-book series, as I've said, and I actually own, I think it's book 6, yes, which is If Only You. I bought that one from Waterstones ages ago, and I didn't realise it was part of a massive series, so now I have these 3, and I'm hoping that The Works just get the rest in at some point, so I got those. Another 2 books which I picked up recently, I will say that the finish of these books are different, which makes me so mad. I can't even deal with it. This is part of the Meant to Be novel series. It's a 3-piece series by different authors. So the first one is Kiss the Girl by Zoraida Cordova. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is The Little Mermaid meets Daisy Jones and the Six. Insane. Then we have By the Book by Jasmine Guillory. I am so bad at pronouncing names, I'm so sorry. And this one, it doesn't say what this one is supposed to be, but I'm guessing it's meant to be like a Beauty and the Beast vibe just by the images. But the only thing that annoys me is one is a matte finish and one is a shiny finish. But it's fine, we move on. I actually found this one in a really cute tiny bookshop where Becky lives, and I just picked it up on a whim. And then we went to the works the next day and I saw this one in the sale for like £2, so had to pick it up, obviously. Then we have 2 books by Kennedy Ryan. I have Hookshot and Blockshot, which is part of the Hoop series. I have got Longshot, which is just here, so I can finally finish the 3-book trilogy collection, which I'm very excited about. These got re-released recently with new covers and everything like that, so I'm very, very excited to have these, and I love the new covers, so beautiful. The next 2 books again were from Waterstones, and I don't know what it was about these that made me want them. It could be the cover, it was, I don't know, I'm not really sure what it was that really drew me in, but I'm very excited nonetheless. These are both by K.A. Tucker, and we have A Fate of Wrath and Flame and A Curse of Blood and Stone. I am guessing these are going to be more on the fantasy side. It says on the back, I do not know how to love you and be a good king to my people. Very excited to read those, so I'm really looking forward to those. And there is a 3rd book that's just come out, but again, it's hardcover only, so I am going to wait for the paperback because can't possibly do that. And the next 2 books I have were to kind of add to a series that I've already got. There is 1 more book, I think, or 2 more books coming out that I haven't got yet. So we have Glow and Gleam by Raven Kennedy. I have been collecting these, and obviously the only thing about these books, which is terrifying, I mean, this is a 700-page book. Do I know what this series is about? No. I have a serious book buying problem. I have just come to the conclusion that when me and Ryan buy a house, we need to have a library room. And it's just going to have to happen because I'm going to have nowhere to put these otherwise. So yeah, very excited to give these a go, and I'm excited to finally get into the series. I just love the covers. I think they're beautiful, and you're probably watching this video thinking like, Melody, you've got a serious book buying problem. I know, it's not news to me. I do have a book buying problem and I just can't help myself. So anyway, we move on. So the next 5 books I am completely blaming on SARA CARROLLI. She will probably never see this video, but if you ever watch this video, Sarah, completely your fault. She basically got one of these books in a blind date with a book kind of video, went on and on and on about it, so I bought the entire series because I have no self-control, and also I just feel like I would love these. So these are by Tessonja Odette, I think that's how you pronounce the name. So sorry if I've butchered it. So the first one is Kiss of the Silky, and this is The Little Mermaid retelling, entangled with Fae. Love that idea. Then we have A Dream So Wicked, which is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. Oh, these are all entangled with Fae. I guess is this the Entangled with Fae series then, I'm assuming? So this is a Sleeping Beauty one. Then we have Curse of the Wolf King, which is Beauty and the Beast. Then we have A Taste of Poison, which obviously Snow White, you can tell by the cover. And then we have Heart of the Raven Prince, which is Cinderella. I am so excited to read these. I think there might even be another one coming out to complete the series, I'm not sure. But you can't tell me that these covers aren't the most stunning things ever, and also Disney meets fantasy. I'm just for it. I love that. So I'm really, really looking forward to giving those ones a go as well. And now we are moving on to the final stack of books. I have been filming for exactly 45 minutes, and if you guys are still watching this video, I love you so much. Thank you so much for sticking around. Okay, let's dive in. So the first one we have is Give Me a Reason by A.L. Jackson. Now, if you guys have watched a few of my videos, you will know I have read this book. I liked this book, but when I bought it on Amazon, they sent me a hardback copy that was not the correct book on the inside. I don't know how that happened, but obviously I had to repurchase. I got it from Waterstones, so there was no chance in them messing up my order, so I'm really, really excited to finally have this book. I really liked it. Again, it is part of a series. Will I finish the series? I think I probably will. I did enjoy it. It was kind of a dark romance, a mafia meets school teacher vibe. Really enjoyed it. It was quite good, actually. Oh my goodness, I'm knocking over the book stack, for goodness sake. The next book I picked up was Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. I already own this in the beautiful, incredible first kind of covers. However, I do want to actually read these, and I don't mind creasing the spines of these. This one was from The Works. I think it was £5, so absolute bargain. And I am really excited to give it a go, finally get into that series. Then we have Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. This one is the 3rd and final book in the Knock 'Em Out series, so I'm really excited to get into this. As I've said, the first book of this series is part of my book club for November November. So I am very, very excited to finally dive into the series, and I have book 3 ready to go. Again, similarly to the Magnolia Park series, the Boys of Tomas series, the covers I have are just too beautiful to even open, to be honest. So I have repurchased the new UK covers, which I don't hate as much as I thought I did. When I kind of saw these online, I thought they were absolutely vile. Like, comparing them to the US versions and the old UK versions, like, these are just not a vibe. Actually, in person, they are not that bad. So I'm looking forward to getting into this series. Again, I need to cut down my series before I dive in, but I am so excited. Let me know if you've read that series, by the way. Is it worth the kind of 800,000 pages? Because I need to know. Then we have 3 books by Lily Gold. This is The Nanny for the Neighbours, we have Triple Duty Bodyguards, and 3 Swedish Mountain Men. These I think are just going to be spicy romances. Oh, okay, so it says on here, a surprise baby, why choose romance? We then have a military reverse harem romance and a why choose romance. So I bought those. Again, no particular reason apart from the fact they were on my Amazon wish list for months and I really wanted them, so I picked them up. The same with everything, I just wanted it, I picked it up. I spent too much money, we are just not going to talk about it. I then have 2 books by Sophie Lark. This is the Brutal Birthright series. She is re-releasing the covers, so I need to get them so they all match. So we have Stolen Heir and Savage Lover. They are coming out, I think, one every month or so, so I have these 2 to share with you. Again, do I know what these are about? No, but they are a dark mafia romance, and the covers are stunning, so we love it. We then have 2 more books by Rena Kent, and the other 2 books in the series, again, I have asked for Christmas because I just needed to stop buying myself books, so I just sort of stopped myself. So we have God of Malice and God of Pain. Now, I saw Larry Reed read these books and I instantly just had to read them. I think they are, I was going to say they're mafia romances, but I don't know if they are anymore. I'm not even sure. But she raved and raved about these and just said that it was absolutely incredible. So I instantly picked them up. I love the covers. They're discreet, obviously. They're matte covers. They are incredible. I have no reason to buy them. I just wanted them and Larry Reed made me do it. So that is the reason. And last, but by no means least, we have a bunch of hardbacks, which I don't normally purchase. However, I have reasonings for most of these. So the first one is by Louise Pentland, and that is Time After Time. I got this one from 66 Books. It was very inexpensive. I used to watch Louise like back when I was maybe 14, 15, and I just thought, you know what, let's give it a go. And I do like a hardback book every now and then. I know my camera's dying, so I'm a little bit stressed. I don't know what this one is about. I think it actually might be, I don't know actually. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what this is about. The cover was cute. I picked it up. It was like £4, so I couldn't not. Again, when I went to 66 Books, I found this. This is The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. I have actually eyed this up from Waterstones for a very long time, and I saw it in there and I thought I can't not pick it up. For 70% off, I couldn't not pick it up. Again, I don't really know what this one is about. Yeah, I have no idea, but this one is a paranormal thriller, so really excited about that one. The next book, I don't really know why I bought it because I've read one book by this author and I didn't particularly like it, but this one is signed by the author, so I had to pick it up, obviously. This one is Rouge by Mona Awad, and she is the author of Bunny, and it looked good. Do you know what I mean? Like a very sleek black. Like, what is it about? I don't even know. I love the fact it's all matte apart from the little mirror on the back, and again, signed by the author. Had to pick it up to add it to my collection. Then we have Girl, Goddess, Queen by B. Fitzgerald. Firstly, the sprayed edge, absolutely like beautiful. I love that. I read the back of this and it sounded really interesting, and again, I just love a hardback sometimes. I will say this one is quite chunky. Like, I think it's about nearly 500 pages, but I was just really intrigued, so I'm really excited to give that one a go. The next book is part of a series, and I will say this is the only exception I make to buying a hardback part of a series. Well, apart from, no, I have done it before, I'm lying to you, but this was an exception. This is The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I had to pick it up because it's a signed copy and it has sprayed edges, and it was the last one in the shop. It was a sign, I had to pick it up. So she is the author of the Inheritance Games. This, I believe, is kind of the brothers story or something like that. I have actually no idea, but I had to pick it up because it was a signed edition and the sprayed edges were beautiful, so I picked that one up. And last but definitely not least, thank you so much if you have been watching this entire video. I'm also really sorry if it felt rushed or anything like that, but I had over 80 books to share with you, and I didn't want this to be like 7 hours long by going through each of the kind of plots of the book, so I hope you guys don't mind. But if there are any books here that you want me to sort of tell you what the synopsis is, just give me a message on Instagram because I'm more than happy to help. But anyway, the last book is the most exciting book I've ever held in my hands ever. and I'm so excited to have it. And that is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, the special edition hardback. I obviously didn't need this. I have the paperback. If you guys have been watching me for a while, this book honestly just blew my mind and I love it so much. It's the kind of book that really spiraled me into absolutely loving to read. I just love it and it's just incredible. I cannot tell you how beautiful this is in person. Like, it's just so cool. Again, when I saw this was coming out, I literally had to grab it. Like, I was just like, that is mine. I need this. I'm gonna cherish it forever and it's just stunning. So that is the last book and we are done. So that is everything for today's book haul. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and please, I know I have a book buying problem. I'm not filming this to brag. I need to stop spending money. You guys cannot tell me twice because your girl knows she needs to stop spending money on books. But Christmas is coming and all I have on my Christmas list this year is books. So fingers crossed Santa does us proud, and there might be another book haul in the next sort of month or so. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed it. Let me know down below all the videos you'd like to see. I would love to know, and I always take you guys' recommendations. I'm gonna go put all these books away. I love you guys so much and I will see you in my next one.
Some days
Bye
I
guys.
can't get out of my bed.